But the challenge would have always been deciphering leg spin, and they've done it so well that they've actually hit Usman Qadir out of the attack. And a couple of nights ago, you wouldn't believe the way that they're playing now, because they couldn't pick him at all.
The footwork has been very positive, so they've gone back, used the crease every now and then. They've hit the ball by coming out of the crease, very firm in their approach. The way they've batted South Africa, it appears as if Pakistan clearly had not enough runs. And that really has been the difference. Looks a solid batting surface, looking at how the South Africans have approached the target. So credit to Pretorius for his 5-wicket haul. Oh, perilously close to that off stump.
And I was saying that if that hadn't spun, it would have hit the stumps. Just a bit of spin
when you didn't need it. After 11, 2 down for 98. It's a chirpy dressing room. It's a happy dressing room. South Africa just 47 runs away from making it 1-1. Change of ends for the leggy.
Catch it!
Catch it is the call. Who's going to go for it? Long on, takes it. Iftikhar, safe pair of hands. Let's not rejoice this dismissal. Got to wait for the no ball scenario. Trying to whack it for 6. Sliced it, played it against the spin. It went mile up in the air and beautifully held by Iftikhar. He called for it, he got it.
Yeah, just enough length on it to spin away from the bat. Iftikhar made sure and called correctly, said mine, and took the catch. Usman Qadir gets a wicket. Hendricks out for 42, 98 for 3.
से भी करेगा ना वो एक भी समझ से खेलेगा टेंशन नहीं लेगा
No, he can hit the ball hard. Gifted left-hander. David Miller is in the house. 80 matches. Best of 101. They couldn't have played this kind of shot against Usman Qadir in the last game because the ball was gripping and spinning. This was a very good catch because it had to be called, it had to be caught. Foggy, hazy conditions, and got underneath that one quite cleverly and held it firmly. Very good catch. I think Pakistan need to get Shaheen Shah Afridi in ASAP. They need wickets, and he clearly is the strike force for them. New batsman in, Miller. Got to introduce your best asset against him before he gets settled into the act.
Experience head, Miller. He talked about leading the pack with the bat. He just needs to guide his team through.
He'll be looking to bowl a lot of googlies to Miller. Let's see whether he can locate them. There's the first one, driven with the spin. Gets a couple of runs, 100 comes up for South Africa. Closing in on that target and closing out Pakistan in this second T20I.
Usman just needs to give himself the chance to spin the ball or his length, drag his length back so that the ball can actually react off the surface. Ball slightly too full throughout these 2.3 overs.
Good captains are usually patient with their leg spinners, so if you have backed him as a talent and as your wicket-taking option, then Babar Azam will have to give him a bit of time to blossom and groom. On the day, he can have a similar pattern where he bowls one and bowls two rough deliveries. Played the length and played it fine. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Got to get the field in as well. 41 of 49 balls. Different tactics are needed at this stage. A Shaheen Shah Afridi burst. Get a slip in place. Force South Africa into a defensive frame of mind, thinking that, you know, we're coming at you again. Close, but not close enough after 12, 104 for 3.
South Africa in command. Just 5.12 required per over. Some good, solid, sensible cricket from here on in. Daryl Cullinan should get the job done. They got it in them.
I think they have. And they wouldn't have found themselves too often in this situation, needing just over 5 and over. Now, David Miller spoke about his experience coming into the series and how the younger players can feed off that. Well, best way to tell them and teach them about his experience, go out there and do it yourself. He often comes in when there's a lot more required, so it's actually an ideal time for him to spend a bit of time at the crease and see his team home.
Quick single. Yeah, and it actually do him the world of good, I think, David Miller, to get a little 20 not out, 22, 23 not out. As you say, get the job done, finish it off. Been out of favour at certain times at international level, out of favour in the IPL as well. He was due to play the PSL. He's still available for the second half, but has to go home to play the domestic competition for the first half, so he's available for the second half of PSL, David Miller, so he'll be back on these shores shortly. Chance, yes. Turned the face of the bat too quickly, and Nawaz strikes. Is there some jitters in this camp?
You want to ask me that question again, Dooley? We saw some dramatic collapses during the Test series from South Africa's middle order. Just looking there to push it down to mid-on, and comfortable catch in the end. It stopped, it turned, he knows it. Perhaps he should have been looking to play it a bit straighter. The Pat van Biljon is played a handy little knock here. Let's not forget that. 42 from 32, South Africa 105 for 4.
He's a fine player, Heinrich Klaassen. He's starting to feel a little bit of pressure here, and I like this from Babar Azam, the field closing in, getting a slip in place himself. Maybe just get one more man in on that onside to stop the easy single. Out there.
No, I was with you on that. Get that mid on up. Ask him to go over the top against the spin. Klaassen, he's a cool customer. Captain, he loves to lead from the front. And 250 is a best of 69. It won't require that best to be beaten this evening. It will require some sensible, smart cricket from the captain. Great opportunity here to level the series. Won't come much easier than this.
He played away for a single. So just point out the lowest total that South Africa have failed to chase in T20s is 149. So it's the only time they've failed. This was just a little moment from Van Biljon, just the leading edge. Closed the face a little bit too early. Easy one for Nawaz. Over the top, it is just. Tried to get back, did Big Shaheen, but couldn't get there. Over finishes with a boundary 4, 111 for 4. The equation and the numbers look very simple. from a South African point of view. Less runs than balls remaining. Always a handy position to be in a T20 encounter. 6 wickets in hand. 2 very experienced players at the crease. One a little bit out of form in David Miller's case. And Heinrich Klaassen very proud to be leading this side at the moment. Depleted side, an inexperienced side for the most part.
They've played with a lot of enthusiasm this evening, and all departments they've beaten Pakistan. Can they, though, be on the right side in terms of a win? Gotta believe so. 34 from 42. But it's turning. Well, let's have a look at the win predictor. It's comfortably South Africa.
Miller goes down the long line, should be, no, can't get in quick enough. Cannot get in quick enough, and David Miller with just a little mistimed hit, half an opportunity.
Well, these are going to go Pakistan's way if they're going to win this. Miller deciding that if it's up, he's still going to look to go over the bowler's head, but let's just look if there's a little bit of turn, and in the end, oh, there's the other one. It's gone away from him. Didn't really turn, though. That has to be taken if you are going to, in this situation, win the match.
I love the intent from Nawaz. You've got to try and catch it. Oh, what about that turn? Oh, goodness me. It's gone square. Gone wide on the crease and just ragged it back from outside the off stump of the left-hander. And again.
We haven't seen turn like that in a while. Look, he's in his last over here. 2 balls remaining. We've seen this sort of turn in a situation where not much is required. See him off. This close shot right here. No need to take him on.
2 balls, get that forward defence out. Oh dear.
Yeah, forward defence, pad, you name it. And along the way you might pick up an extra run. Oh, goodness me. I think we've seen for about a month or 2 turn like this. Yeah, nothing silly here, David. Show your experience.
Expansive. It's away with it.
I prefer the captain on strike. Touch wood, where are we? He's always been a smooth operator, Klaassen, quality cricketer.
Yeah, and a wicket keeper as well, so you'd think he'd read the wrong one if it was coming.
I'd rather him than me. 28 of 37. You're just never going to get it easy on this, are you?
I wasn't going down that road that you just went down, Darryl. I'll leave that one alone.
Well, when you can't sweep, it makes life even more difficult. Told me the charge down the wicket and get stumped.
Last ball of Usman's spell. Just laps it very fine. That could run away. Chase around the boundary, gets there. Pick up a comfortable 2, ends the spell. 1 for 43. Usman Qadir, it's 119 for 4. Just 5 bowlers used. Shaheen 2 for 6. I just wonder whether they've got to get Shaheen back into the attack. I don't quite understand going to another bowler here in Iftikhar.
That should have been a few overs back already. There was a time when Pakistan needed that breakthrough. New batsman in. It's got to be your go-to guy. South Africa are handling the spin well this evening.
He's probably going to prove me wrong here and pick up a wicket, but you've got to go to your key man surely a couple of overs ago.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more.
It's wickets that are required. 4.29 per over. Bat the overs. Very comfortable, you would imagine, for South Africa. Talk about the experience at the crease at the moment.
I'm not so sure I like that option. He's got the guy around the wicket here. He's going to bowl it pretty flat. There's a 1, there's potentially even 2 if you weight it well into the leg side. Really, did you do that to warm up? Does that tell us something?
Yeah, I did actually. Got my leg about half as high as that.
I must tell you, this bit of cricket here in Pakistan is the first time I've seen him bowl live, and wow, he's impressive. He is something.
Hey, great talent, isn't he? Still so young. Shaheen Shah Afridi swings the ball back in. He's got a lovely little cutter going. He's got good, genuine pace and really rhythmical action. Enjoy what I see from that young man. Dot balls are not hurting South Africa at the moment.
Smart stuff. Klaasen just needs to keep in mind, I'll go back to that leg side field. It's a big square boundary. There's only a man in mid-wicket who's within reach of cutting off a second. Get it under 20, well, just about there. You'd have to think they're just about going home with a win.
Oh, luck. Bit of good fortune. Quicker ball. Klaasen gave himself some room and ended up having to cut it away off a roundabout middle and off stump. Picks up a boundary, 15 gone, 126 for 4.
The call has been made for Shaheen Afridi to get back into the attack, but is it all a bit too late for Pakistan? 2 wickets off his 2 overs. A lot of dot balls. He picked up that breakthrough wicket with Yanaman Malan early on. But sensible cricket, yeah, should see South Africa home. It's doubtful whether we'll see the same swing that we saw earlier on. No slip-ins, so there's nothing really suggesting that Pakistan are going to do something out of the ordinary.
T20 blast in England last year. 4 wickets and 4 balls for Shaheen Shah Afridi. Took a hat-trick and then another one straight after. 4 wickets and 4 balls. They need something like that. This was the maiden. Wicket maiden earlier tonight. Never bowled a maiden before in T20 cricket internationals. Yeah, 4 and 4 for Hampshire in the T20 blast in England. They could do with that right now. Ripping, a couple of ripping in-swinging Yorkers, I remember, in that game. Oh dear. That'll be a no ball, and it'll be 4 as well. So that helps the cause of South Africa, that is for sure.
Momentum has run with him throughout this match. And here's a situation, you could see the Afridi suggesting that slipped. Well watched by Klaasen, well played in the end as well. Immediate apology. One has to say that winning the toss with this due round is also a big factor. And there the ball now, it's been regularly dried. And that's the most beautiful shot, our buggy in action. This gives one a good perspective of the ground, how a player would see it.
Step free hit and he's clothed it straight to the man at mid-wicket. Disappointed with himself, but a nice slower ball from Shaheen.
Tic-tac-toe had the experience during the test series, the Inverect Solar Energy. And where's this one heading? I comfortably lost mine. Must say you get a beautiful diary, win or lose. And, well, that's heading for a draw. And there they are. A lovely little gift to go with it. Well done, gentlemen.
Did you lose yours, Darryl?
Oh, and a couple of moves. I'll be honest with you, I played with my young boys all the time. So I'm used to losing, you know, just let them win a few, you know. Don't want to break their spirit, they're still young. It does kill a bit of time, it's a beautiful game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Gosh.
You're bored at home, surely not that big though.
Yeah. We call it, what do you call it back home? We call it noughts and crosses.
Noughts and crosses, yeah.
Yes.
Looks for that Yorker, but can't get it right, and that's in the gap from David Miller, away to the boundary for 4 more. South Africa cruising now.
Pretty much the match, 8 of 26, and one looks back on the South African innings. I've got to put in that I thought Reza Hendricks played very well tonight. He set the tone. And now as the left-arm spinner came on, he put him over mid-on, used his feet, and you felt that immediately put Pakistan on the back foot in terms of the spin threat. And now with the boundary or 2 away, it's a wet ball. It's tough for Pakistan, the bowlers, to hold that ball right now and try and do anything with it is probably impossible. And it means we go into a decider.
Driving this time, can't get it past Bubba at extra cover.
So we come tomorrow. It should be the decider. And we mentioned earlier that the toss, whoever wins the toss is probably got a big advantage already come tomorrow. That's the key. But I think South Africa by and large do, they played the better cricket.
Yeah, spot on. They bowled beautifully. Once it seemed it was the Rizwan show, isn't it? And then Fahim at the back end, but the first 2 games have been all about Mohammad Rizwan.
Yes.
Nicely played for a single into the offside. So just 7 required now. 16 overs gone. 138 for 4.
Seven runs, that's all. Plenty of balls to get them. No dramas here, I don't think, for South Africa. I don't think there's a final triple twist in the tail. Only 4 down, that's the issue for Pakistan. Miller down the ground, smash that a mile. That is 6 runs, that certainly hits the cause.
Doing it in style, South Africa. Miller, well, when it's in the V, it's in the tree. Floated up and down the ground. Lovely, clean swing of the bat.
Yeah, looking to finish this pretty smartly now. David Miller, 92 metres with that one. So locked away, 1 required to make it 1-1 in the series. And there it is. That's the winning shot. South Africa get up and win this second one. Nicely played by South Africa. Pakistan doing really well in that first one. It went down to the very final ball, the first T20 International. And this time South Africa came back firing. Really good work by Dwayne Pretorius in particular, picking up a superb fifer. Outstanding figures from him, but that camp right now will be very pleased with this performance today.
Very convincing win for South Africa. Plenty of overs to spare, and it was all set up with the ball. But the impressive part with the pad was the way that they tackled spin, especially Usman Qadir. They were able to get the better of him, and that probably was game, set and match right there, right then. But it sets up a fantastic finale tomorrow.
Yeah, plenty to look forward to tomorrow now. Had a day's break between games 1 and 2. Nothing between games 2 and 3. We front up straight away tomorrow for the final game of this series. Pakistan, of course, were magnificent in the Test series. And South Africa, this inexperienced, young side, if you like, eager side, very keen to set the record straight. And even though it was a last ball defeat for them, they came out today and were determined to balance things out after this outing. And that is exactly what they've done. And there's one guy in particular from South Africa who will be walking about a foot taller today with his magnificent work with that change of his action. He's straightened that front leg, braced that front leg now, spent a lot of time doing some work on his bowling action, and that reward from the man getting congratulations from the teammates. Dwayne Pretorius will be extremely satisfied with what has happened in this second T20 International.
South Africa, well, they made short work of the 144 set. Lisa Hendricks with 42 and 42 for Billion as well. Miller stayed not out for 25. It looked a walk in the park after that third wicket partnership.
Right, here's a look at the Pakistan bowling card. Shaheen Shah Afridi was brilliant right at the top, picking up certainly a quick wicket, that's for sure. And ending up with 2 for 18 off his 3 overs, 1 for 27 off Nawaz. One of the big difference was Usman getting some tap. They attacked him. There's no doubt that was the plan. And his return was 1 for 43 as it turned out. And unfortunately for Pakistan, there wasn't too much in that wickets column because South Africa only lost the 4 wickets. Right, let's go downstairs now to Reza Hendricks. Reza, Mike Hazeman here. Thanks for joining us. Reza, how's the camp feeling after that? Pretty determined performance today?
Yeah, it's a pretty happy camp. We obviously won down, and coming today, it was an important game we had to win. So, yeah, the boys did well. We pulled it off. So, going into the last game, it's going to be a good one.
Now, you've been striking the ball very well. 42 off just 30 balls today. I know both times you'll be a little bit disappointed you didn't really kick on and get a big one.
Yeah, look, it's part of the game, I suppose. It was important to get some runs, especially losing a couple of wickets up front. So to have contributed, I'm pretty much happy. And yeah, the boys pulled it through at the end.
Saw some terrific fielding yesterday. We saw an outstanding catch from David Miller today, that one that went miles in the air. But Dwayne Pretorius was just magnificent.
Unbelievable to get 5 wickets in a T20 game. It doesn't come around often, and for him to do that today was a special performance.
How much work did you guys put in together as a unit before you arrived in Pakistan?
Yeah, we had a couple of days to prepare before a couple of the test guys joined us and the management. So we had a good couple of days to prepare, and yeah, luckily it paid off tonight.
And keen to come out firing an all-important one tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be an important game, and hopefully we can put a good performance together.
Okay, Reza, thanks for your time. Enjoy the victory tonight, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you. Cheers.
Reza Hendricks batted really well, struck the ball very nicely, started off with turning the ball into the gaps, and then when spin arrived, he put the pressure back on. And 6 at mid-wicket and 1 over extra cover. That was short of the match, but made sure that South Africa always bossed the game. And now we have Babar Azam waiting for us. Babar, आज इतना अच्छा मैच नहीं किया. आपको क्या लगता है कि रन्स कम हुए?
हाँ बिल्कुल, रन्स कम हुए. हमने जो मिडिल ओवर थे वो यूटिलाइज़ नहीं किए, और जिसकी वजह से हमारा टोटल वैसा नहीं था जितना हमने एक्सपेक्ट किया था. क्योंकि मेरे ख्याल से बैक टू बैक विकटें भी गिरी और वो पार्टनरशिप जो हमारी थी वो लगी नहीं, जिसकी वजह से हम वैसा टोटल नहीं कर पाए.
आज का पिच पिछले पिच से मुख्तलिफ था, कुछ बेहतर था, या आप क्या कहेंगे?
नहीं, मेरे ख्याल से सिमिलर विकेट था और बेहतर विकेट था, क्योंकि कल भी ऐसा था, आज भी तो सेम विकेट था. लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से बॉलिंग हमारी वैसे ही परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाई. छोटी छोटी गलतियाँ हैं जिसकी वजह से हम मैच लूज़ कर गए.
स्पिनर्स ने डोमिनेट किया था पिछला मैच, इस दफ़ा साउथ अफ्रीका का गेम प्लान थोड़ा मुख्तलिफ था.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. देखें, जब भी कोई टीम आती है तो वो कोई ना कोई अपना प्लान लेके आती है, तो वो उस प्लान में कामयाब हुए. लेकिन इंशाल्लाह कल मुख्तलिफ रिज़ल्ट होगा.
ये मुश्किल होता है कि अब कल फिर मैच है कि आपके पास मौका नहीं है सोचने का, या ये बेहतर है कि कल दोबारा मैच है तो फिर परफॉर्म करने का मौका है?
ये मेरे ख्याल से सेकंड वाली बात ज़्यादा सूट करती है कि ऑफ नहीं है, बैक टू बैक मैचेस हैं. तो जो हमारे लिए जो सुबह का टाइम होगा उसमें हम सोचेंगे जो भी हमारा प्लान होगा, और उसके बाद फिर मैच में आएंगे और परफॉर्म करेंगे और अच्छी गेम नज़र आएगी आपको.
चलें, थैंक यू वेरी मच, और कल होपफुली आप बेटर परफॉर्म करें. तो that was Babar Azam, and he said that maybe there was not enough runs that they got. The middle overs, the South Africa got to them.
Right, let's have a look at some of the highlights. Afridi bowled really well. That was just a little bit unfortunate, I guess. It did swing back off the body and then ricocheted onto the stumps. But then a wicket soon after, so a couple of quick ones certainly got the South Africans thinking a bit. That was JJ Smuts, who was the second to go. And then Reza Hendricks decided to score some runs, and some big bounties started to come at this stage. So really solid stuff in South Africa. That's where they needed to get a partnership together. A couple of full tosses came along, and there's no doubt there was a bit of a strategy just to get after the bowling as best they possibly could. Clever stuff from JJ, just using the back of the bat basically, and getting underneath that one as well, and just scooting that one for a flat 6. Out of the ground by some distance for Height Van Boyhoon it was, but it was a no ball unfortunately for Usman, and he had to come back and continue that innings with some lovely blows from him. That was a very good boundary at an important time as well. Took around the corner from Hendricks. Van Boyhoon continued. This was the one that went very high indeed, and was comfortably taken in the end by Iftikhar. It was just never enough runs, unfortunately. There was a little bit of excitement as things just started to unravel a little bit, but there wasn't enough runs for Pakistan. And just too strong with David Miller arriving. A bit of excitement, not quite carrying. Out of the screws for 6. These big boundaries made a big difference. And then the sweeper was brought into play on the offside to finish the game. And South Africa got up by 6 wickets. So Miller was the man that hit a big boundary, big 6 in the end, and also the single to finish. And there's a look at the match summary of Pakistan. Just 144 for 7 off their 20 overs. Rizwan again on the runs with 51. Pretorius, magnificent, 4 overs, 5 for 17. Shamsi also brilliant, 4 overs, 1 for 16. Patlakwayo getting a little bit of tap. South African reply, 145 for 4. Hendricks 42 and Van Boyhoon also 42. Miller 25 unfinished. Shaheen 2 quick ones at the top, and 1 for Nawaz, and also 1 for 43 after getting a little bit of smack Usman tonight after starring in the first game. And South Africa won by 6 wickets to level the series. It's 1-1 at the moment. We'll take a break, and when we come back we will have the post-match presentation.
South Africa bouncing back with a roaring performance, with a comprehensive win, and so that makes tomorrow's game that much more exciting. It's not going to be a dead rubber. PCB would like to thank the sponsors, local administration, security agencies and all of the departments who have extended their massive support for putting on this spectacular cricket match. On to the guests now. Mr. Zishan Yusuf, CEO, Untitled Mobile, is here with us. Mr. M. Zakir Ali, CEO, Inverex Solar Energy, Chief, is here. And Mr. Syed Ali Sultan, Group Head, Treasury and Capital Markets, Bank Alfla. There's an award for Babar Azam, and he is White Ball Cricketer of the Year for Pakistan. May I invite him to please come forward and receive the award. 221 runs in 3 ODIs at an average of 110 with 1 century and 1 half century, and scored 276 runs in 8 T20Is at 55.2 with 4 half centuries. He had a wonderful 2020. Right, now we have the match awards for you. Reza Hendricks will collect the Bank Alfla Outstanding Performance of the Match, cash award of PKR 50,000 rupees. 42 of 30 balls, and set up the show for South Africa. Heather Ali, may I invite him to please come forward and collect the Inverex Solar Energy Energetic Player of the Match award of 50,000. Fielded brilliantly. Worked hard at the boundary rope. A couple of very good stops earned him that award. Right then, Man of the Match award winner is Dwayne Pretorius. Unbelievable performance, incredible numbers. 5 for 17. He'll collect the ITEL Mobile Player of the Match, Vision 1 Pro Mobile. I think he probably will sign a ball for Brighter Fan of the Match as well. Dwayne Pretorius, Man of the Match award winner for his incredible bowling performance. 5 for 17. He'll collect the Sky 247.net Player of the Match trophy and PKR 1 lakhs to go with it. If we could have a quick chat with you, Dwayne, terrific performance. I mean, this pitch was tailor-made for spin bowling, but you changed gear and produced a beauty.
Thank you very much. I'm just happy that I could contribute to the team tonight. We had good plans out there, and I think we executed.
So what was the link plan for you?
Just try and mix up line and length, actually, to make sure the guys don't line me up. And I think that was our whole bowling unit's plan. It worked really well, and I think our spinners bowled really well as well. I think plans were good, just the execution sometimes, but I think we really bowled really well.
You had to win this, and so you had to put in a great bowling performance. I mean, how did you deal with that pressure of performance?
No, I think overall, the previous game we played a lot of good cricket, just maybe lost the big moments, and I think we played those bigger moments better tonight. I think as a unit we'll take a lot of confidence out there, and yeah, see the next game as a final and build on that. So yeah, hopefully we can pull that one through.
Yeah, this is, by the way, best bowling performance against Pakistan ever in a T20I, so extremely well done.
Thank you very much, I really appreciate it.
Right, okay. Dwayne Pretorius, Man of the Match award winner. Now the South African captain to please come forward and have a few words with us. Right, fantastic result at the end of it all, but there was a change of gear against spin because you dominated Pakistan spin attack quite cleverly.
Yeah, that was the plan all along. That's why we brought in a couple of big hitters so we can try something new. The old-fashioned way didn't work for us in the last 5-6 games. It was a problem area for us. So we were willing to try something new. Paid off tonight. I love the way he played with intent. That was the big message that we spoke about over the last couple of days. And we finally executed it, so we're pleased.
Yeah, but the stall was beautifully set up by your bowlers because Pakistan obviously didn't have enough runs. Different pitch, better batting conditions, I guess, as well.
Yeah, look, credit must go to all our bowlers, especially Dwayne. To take 5 in T20 cricket is a special performance. Today we came up with better plans, executed well, maybe 1 or 2 overs not executed well, not so great, but overall very, very pleased the way the bowlers went.
All to play for now. Last match, it's a decider.
100%. We're here to win, so tomorrow's a big night for us. and hopefully we can pull the same performance off.
Enriquez Klaassen, thank you for your time and well done today.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So that was the South African captain, and that ends our post-match presentation ceremony as well.
Ramesh, thanks very much. Nice to hear the words from the players involved and also the winning skipper. So there's a look back at the match summary. Pakistan, after losing the toss, had to bat first, 144 for 7. Rizwan in the 50s, and Pretorius outstanding with that 5 for 17, and Shamsi 1 for 16. Brilliant as well. South Africa in reply, 145 for 4. And you can see that Usman was attacked, 1 for 43 off his 4. Spinners, by the way, 2 of them went for 42 yesterday and picked up 2 wickets. So there's the big difference. Hendricks 42 off 30, and Van Booyen also 42 off 32. So good work by South Africa, and they won by 6 wickets in the end. Righto, so we've got one more final game to go in this series. The tour of Pakistan has been fascinating. It's been a really good performance by Pakistan in the Test series. There was some great Test cricket, it really did, in the first and the second Test. And the T20 Internationals, the first one, Pakistan won by 3 runs in a nail-biter. And South Africa winning this one pretty comfortably in the end by 22 balls. And we have the third and final one tomorrow, so it's 1 apiece. South Africa have performed very well in T20 International Series in Asia. They haven't ever lost one. But tomorrow is going to be a bit of a nail-biter, I'm sure, for both these teams. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed all the action today. We certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for the third and final one, and also, of course, the last day of cricket in South Africa's tour of Pakistan 2021. We'll see you tomorrow.
The second contest in Gaddafi Stadium once again, Pakistan versus South Africa. Should be a lot of fun.
That might race away.
Oh my goodness, he's gone here.
Shamsi with a wicket.
Magnificently hit for 6. That brings up his 50th.
Beautiful bowling, the Yorker.
Oh, bowled in.
50 comes up with that 6.
Flat and 6.
No, can't get in quick enough.
That is 6 runs. South Africa get up and win the second one. Nicely played by South Africa.
Well, what a fine win by South Africa. We spoke about how they need to redeem themselves in this series, and redeem they did. Pakistan making 144 for 7. Rizwan was the top scorer once again, but 5 wickets for Pretorius really put themselves in a dominating position. South Africa in response chased it down 145 for 4 with Reza Hendricks and Fan Billion scoring 42 each, and in the end South Africa winning by 6 wickets. Yeah, it was a change of gears for South Africa. We spoke about